and then we're going to start. Okay, my name is Sergey Savastyuk. I have a PhD in applied mathematics. Used to teach at Santa Clara University in Silicon Valley, and then started a few companies here, and then had a good exit, started trading, and now creating this website, which allows different type of people, from beginners to like advanced people to like even hedge funds, to use our AI. That's where my PhD was, okay? So what is the ticker on? Ticker on is SEC registered company. It's kind of important because we're on the guidelines of not advertising anywhere, and we cannot sell any BS as other companies can do. Actually, if they are not SEC registered, if you won't find out if the company is SEC registered, like example, Betterment, this is a Form ADV Part 2. If the company has a form, then they're registered. Then if company doesn't have, then this company is not registered. You can find our form in our legal documents, okay? So why you want to use AI? Because it's really becoming possible due to the fact that the computing power is cheap, and whatever was impossible 10 years ago, now it's possible for the company like ours, but it's still difficult for retail investors. So we have thousands of computers on our network which teach neural networks. And then typical retail investors still cannot afford use AI without the development. But at the same time, some people say 75% of global trade is handled by algorithms, okay? Another thing important about algorithms is that when you trade, you get emotional, right? So this slide I found in one of the educational courses, which says try to become as robotic as possible when trading, right? So then instead of being robotic, we decided to create robots which are trading. That's what I'm going to be talking about. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to talk about a specific type of engines which are good for the swing trading. And then I will have to talk about these engines because then I will show you the robots we've created based on these engines. And then I will show you how to set up alerts, notifications, and everything, okay? First, day traders versus swing traders. So day trading is like within a day, people trying to get out from all positions. Swing traders stay days, weeks, okay? So most of our, let me start here, okay? So I will show you one of the engines and you will see how sophisticated it is. So what we do, we go to the market and find all kinds of patterns, and then we teach the neural network every day to find those patterns. This is end of day, and that means it's good for the swing traders. So for instance, cap and handle. As you can see, the psychology of the patterns is quite important because if I can identify such patterns, and then when the price breaks right here, then we can predict pretty accurately how far up it's going to go, okay? That's a pattern which is going up. There are the similar patterns on the way down. So then, when we took it, well, then we analyzed, okay, if that pattern is confirmed, when it breaks out, it confirmed, right here it is emerged. So that means the statistic we collected on emerged and confirmed. Confirmed, confidence level 60%, distance to target about 5%. Then out of almost 4,000 patterns we recognized for this particular pattern, 68% reached the target price, right? So that's a kind of important because from a mathematical standpoint, if it doesn't reach like a couple of cents, we consider it did not reach. So it's really went here or higher, okay? So importance of confidence level. So if you put 70% confidence level, you see you have fewer patterns, but at the same time, you have more patterns reaching the target price. And that's where we collect, you see, very few patterns over time, but almost 80% are successful. And that's a one statistic, and we have the data. But it's not only 5%, it's pretty much anything. So if we get to 7%, it's 79%, but very few patterns. That's the way the neural network is built, okay? And that's cup and handle. You can actually read about the psychology of these patterns. And then why psychology? Because here's the thing, in medical patterns, this is a normal ECG, right? And this is a data. And then the doctor comes and looks at another chart that says you have arrhythmia, right? Why? Because there is some change in the shape, right? And then this tachycardia, right? So these other things are changing in the shape. So that means the doctors know approximate type of dimensions, right? And then self-driving cars having other parameters to teach the cars how to drive without the involvement of people. So that means these days, to recognize this type of patterns on ECG, AI is doing much better than doctors, okay? So if it is the fact, then let's take this one, which is the pattern engine, right? And look, this is a pattern, but at the same time, this is also head and shoulders, right? Why is head and shoulders called? Because this is a head, a couple of shoulders, and it was actually named after this shape. You see, this is a head, there's a couple of shoulders, and then that's a distance to target. And what our technology can do is to go to the market and find all kinds of shapes. This one, as you can see, this one is also changing the distance, right? That's what we have the neural network for, is to find well-known shapes as doctors, right? And say, okay, what is the statistic it's going to get to the target price? And then we collect that statistic and say, okay, it works. And then we release the recommendations and when to buy and when to sell. And that's the engine, okay? So in order to create your own robot, okay, what you can do is right here, it's enough of this customization. So you say, okay, if it is only for stocks, you click here, it's only penny stocks, you click here, okay? Then if you want only crypto, then you can do it together, but now it's only crypto, right? Now, minimum confidence level I made here is 64. You can change it, let's say 51. Price range between $0 and $65. Distance to target, like greater than 5%. And let's assume I want to bullish and bearish, okay? Stocks, you can go here and then you see you can select categories or specific list of tickers. Then for instance, you can deselect and say, I want to only bank or biotechnology and click save. And then neural network is going to be suggesting you the patterns only in banks and biotechnologies. So that's the customization. And here are the results, okay? So for instance, you see head and shoulders, SGA, some communication, and that's the way this page look like. As you can see, a couple of shoulders and then a head, and then distance to target 7%, breakout price $20.90, and can go to 1869, and with the confidence 57%. It's not bad actually. So here is the went through the breakout price and then keeps going down. And that's a short version of the description. If you want to read more, then you click here, and then you get to this page, which is the page about pretty much a lot of other data, not only patterns, but pretty much everything else, including the screener data and all kinds of analysis of the support resistance, then related tickers, then you see this analysis of indicators and everything else which relates to that, okay? Now, so I showed you the patterns end of day. Another engine which we build called trend prediction engine, which is similar to pattern search engine, but in that setup, but we're looking for continuation of a trend. Could be bullish, sideways, or bearish, okay? And then let's look at the bullish, and then we see we made about 600 million predictions, and 440 were correct, so which is pretty good rate. And it is a statistic which we collected and trained the neural network. And then you can do advanced search against stocks, confidence level, similar price range, and then decide you want to find only bullish, so you unclick it, and then boom, and you have all the trends which AI thinks is going to be continued. Okay. So when we build these engines, then we presented them to our clients and the members. Then people said, oh, it's still a little bit more complicated than they thought to set it up. And they asked, okay, how would you guys be trading? What your result would be if you use these technologies, right? So we said, okay, we will build rule-based robots, which are based on engines. So what robots do, they don't do any back testing. They just trade as if it is brokerage account, but they trade on the paper trades. And that's where I'm going to talk about the autopilots, okay? So, but let's look at the robots first. You see, this is annualized returns, and this is in the names of these robots. Let's say trailing trader, market cap greater than 10 billion. Okay, so that means this robot is trading with the stocks which are greater than 10 billion. Okay, so it's based on a real-time pattern type of engine. 55 stocks, confidence level 57%, time frame 15 minutes. Then trailing stops and everything else. We kind of show you what engine we do. And then you see annualized return 27%, which is not bad. Average duration 3 days. Okay. And autopilot is on. I will show you what it means. And then, as you can see, if you want to find out what is the pattern this is based on, you see, boom, and this is the pattern based on the time frame 15 minutes is right here. You can check it out. Okay. So what it does, it enters a position and really says, I bought it at that price, I shorted at that price, and everything else. Okay. So then we did it in such a way that every trade is at $10,000. If you say you trade in chunks 1,000, you just have to divide the number of shares by 10, or if you trade by 5,000, then here's a suggestions how we trade it. You divide that number by 2, and that's going to be your position if you want to really match it. Okay, so the customization is very little. Here you can say, okay, give me signals only on buy. So then you unclick it, and then these are the stocks which in black being traded. And you see it's 53, right? And then let's assume I want to add more, 54, AGI 55, and whatever, let's say AMC, another one, right? So now I'm customizing my robot, trading more or less. Let's say I don't want applied materials, okay? And, but I still can look at the details of the stock right here, okay? Bank of America, not include, I want to include, right? So then apply. So that way I'm going to be receiving signals how to trade based on these only stocks, okay? So I'm not going to do that because it is, let's say, enable notification. That's important here, enable notification. It must be green. Otherwise, you're not going to get it. And here is about Autopilot. What it means as follows, that let's assume I like that robot. And then you have to trade looking at these signals in this robot. But then what we noticed that, what if I like 2, 3 robots or more? How I can collect all these trades going to the different robots? Then we did the following. We already had the paper trades. This is my paper trade, as if my brokerage account, okay? So let's look how I'm trading. So I'm trading, annualized P&L is 46%, and then this is my gain and losses, but I already not been trading. What it means I'm on Autopilot. So that means I subscribed all these robots, and they are not 2, 3, but I have all of them, not all of them, but some fraction of them. And you see, source of idea is the robot which is giving me these ideas, okay? So it means it's not bad for today, and I didn't really move a finger, okay? So the robots are placing these trades to my paper trades, and now I can observe everything right here, the way all the robots are trading. So the next step we're going to be making in our development is to connect this to the brokerage account. So that mentioned, this is going to be directed towards my brokerage account, and brokerage account is going to be filled with these trades. And the robot is going to be buy, sell, buy, sell. But in the meantime, you just can follow all these trades and see what's going on, okay? So now, in order to have that Autopilot on and off, I'm coming to this robot. Now you understand what it means, Autopilot. Autopilot copy automatically to my paper trades. It's on, right? So that means this robot is on. Let's see whether or not I can, what it means, I kind of like this robot. Trend is your friend. It's a good robot too. Let's see if I subscribe that one. Okay, it trades 200 stocks and 55 confidence level. So when you look at these things, then you will understand how we're making an assignment to the robot based on our engines. It's 100% annualized P&L. You see, this is for swing trading is really good. 11 day in a position. So that means you don't need to get in and get out often. It's 11 days. And this is not Autopilot. So that means I am not collecting all these trades. No open trades. So that means there was no open trades. All of them are closed. In order to analyze the closed trades, you're going to get here and then look. It's not a bad result, actually. So many trades are positive. You see, 46%. Wow, it's really nice. Some trades were captured within how many days? 46%. 3 days. And you see, I did nothing for that. And the robot had these rules and been trading. Okay. So if you want one robot, then you look at one robot. But if you want to have 2, 3, or more robots, then you actually click here and then collect them in a paper trade. And then, and actually, guys, right now creating a marketplace, and the marketplace is going to be like that. Imagine this is my paper trades, and then I'm going to be able to publish my paper trades as if they're mine, and they're really mine because I was the one who selected these robots, right? Like all days selecting like videos or something, right? I'm kind of recommending them. And then from that perspective, no, that's my paper trades, you see. Then I'm going to be able to publish that to my audience because I was the one who selected good robots. And I'm going to be reselling these trades to my audiences. So watch for the marketplace. We already have some elements of a marketplace for portfolios, but not for the paper trades yet. And that's going to come out soon. It's going to be really exciting to see how the robots are going to be resold to your own audiences. It's going to be cool because that way you pretty much don't need anything except the subscription and then resell the ideas, okay? So that actually concludes the idea of Autopilot. It's a short story, but pretty nice. I really like that, the fact that I don't trade anymore. Robots are trading for me, and I'm just watching how they do that, okay? And now I'm accumulating statistics for that purpose. Now, let's look at how to subscribe. So what are the robots? What you can do with that? You can always review robots' past performance for free, okay? So you have to register and start exploring their closed trades. So what you can do, you come here and then you can analyze all closed trades of any robots at any time, okay? So then you can select robot 1 or 2 or 3, and that's what we call as a bundle. 1 robot, 2 robot bundle, 3 robots. So, there is an interesting thing you can get. So you can get the following. Open trades you can review at any time of markets, but in order to really look for signals, you really have to subscribe and buy. So here's the deal. What we do, like bundle, if you subscribe to 1 iRobot bundle, then you get $60 credit. Okay, why do you need to credit? Because then you actually can get tools for free. So what it means, imagine you can get it here, get 1 robot. I actually, and now you see, let me, as if I'm kind of doing that. Okay, so you see, first of all, you get this some membership for free. 1 robot, you get membership for free, and then you get $60 credit for, let's say, pattern search engine, track prediction engine, which is a bundle, okay? So maybe soon we're gonna make like a plan like that. So you get 4 products for the price of 1, okay? If you subscribe to, then you get $120 credit. Again, you can get more products. Let's say you can get screener and the price doesn't change, and that bundle is pretty good also, okay? So then you're going to be able to use and explore all these tools, and my recommendation is as follows, that pretty much from any point in our tool, you can do the paper trades, okay? Let me show you one thing. So these are the page of a so-called free trade signals. They're based on only on 1 indicator, okay? So for instance, what we do, we analyze just 1 signal. It's always not enough. We recommend look at the entire picture, but we do this news feed, and then you see our own signal, 89% of going down. So we publish that news, and then right here you can make a paper trade. Click, and then sell short, KPTI, and then it's going to be recorded. So making you guys available to test our technology and see, maybe you're going to be very interested in Arun signal. If you don't know anything about Arun, you click here, right? And then you read, okay? What is the Arun indicator? And then you can collect all the paper trades, okay? So if you want to do the paper trades right here, you click and then make a paper trade right here. And you actually can set up alerts. So you click here, and now pretty much for any stock, you can get alerts crossing a particular price, or when a buy signal or sell signal, or if you want to trade only on moving averages, save, and then you're going to get all alerts in email right away, okay? So that concludes my presentation. If you guys have any questions, you can always contact our customer support or ask it right now, and I'm going to be able to answer that. Any questions? I hope I answered to the questions you had in mind when you came here, that our side for people like you who are looking for good ideas, and then you are going to be able to get these ideas for the fraction of a cost what other are getting for a lot of money, okay? So if you don't have any questions, then I'm going to close this presentation, and you're going to be able to get, oh, somebody is asking question. Okay, chat. I'm looking for a more detailed explanation. Explanation of what? How the robots work, or how to start trading? Tell me more, and then I have a few minutes to explain in more details. Okay, yes, well, now to start trading with the paper trades and robots. Okay, so with paper trades and robots. So for instance, you see, you have these open trades, okay? So let me see, where am I? It's yeah. So let me close this. Okay, so what you do is to look at the robot, okay? And then these lines are gonna show up immediately as soon as the trade takes place. So for instance, if you get that line shows up on the robot, so you can copy that trade, and then now you see the robot bought approximately 86 shares because it has to squeeze to 10,000. So if you want to trade some amount, you kind of look at what the robot is doing, and then here is the price, $115.20. That's the price it bought, okay? Then you just copy into your brokerage account, okay? So there's more questions. Can I give an example? Sure, you can give an example, yeah. Yeah. So let's see what this. Can I give you example? Okay, I understand that part. Okay. Can I give you example, or can I give examples? I'm giving you examples, right? So then you kind of follow that trade and then wait until the robot is going to close that trade. And then when the robot is going to close that trade, it's going to be here written, okay, robot is closed that trade. And then you see when the robot closed that trade, then you kind of finished, okay? There's one more question. Sorry, I will follow you. Okay, sure. So what that means we're going to be publishing here on that line everything which is required. What the price of entry, and then it's going to be price of exit. And that way you're going to be able to see, look, you see, you wait for this moment when it's going to be closed by the robot, and you see closed by robot. And then you're going to be able to see all the trades, some of them red, some of the green. But what is important is to really follow the robot, because if you don't follow, then robot might think that you should stay. But if robot thinks you should get out, that was an unfortunate event, and then robot decides to get out, you should get out, okay? That's what is important, okay? So that means this is the open trades, and this is the closed trades, and then I'm just gonna close that to remove from the list. I should not remove those, but I decided to exit. And then when you click, you kind of equal to the fact that you kind of exiting. So this is the exits, okay? That's about it. And actually, when you want to see what was an underlying pattern, you click here, and then you see exact recommendation. What was the pattern, the description, triangle, symmetrical, everything you need to know is right here. So then you actually do not test our technology on your real money. You test on the technology on the paper trades. And that way you're going to be able to really verify if it really works for you, and you're going to lose nothing. Okay. So, okay. This works for crypto too. Yes, yes, it works for crypto too. And I showed you that actually our robot, best performing robot so far for cryptos, you see, and then we can get in. Day trader, let's see the statistics here. You see, it's 4-hour trader, approximately average duration 4 hours. So that means it's stay in the position about 4 hours. Annualized return 118%, and it's not on a pilot, so that means I'm not trading here on crypto. Out of 3 and 3 for today, and then customization. Let's look what it trades. So it trades these positions only. So if you want to trade more, you kind of can add. It doesn't have. Oh, it has BTC, right? So you can add and create your own robot. You can exclude this and include those. And let's assume you don't have ability to buy, to sell short. You click here, apply, and then the robot is going to be looking only on these positions and then giving you only buy signals. Okay. Obviously, the statistic is going to be somewhat different than with the short positions, and that's the way you customize. Then, when you selected that robot, then you have to put notification. Now I can, notifications are disabled, and I'm not going to be receiving any notification for this robot. Yeah, it does work. And actually, we're right now testing, I'll give you a secret, testing the robots on the Binance and Kraken. Connecting these robots to the brokerage accounts, and the results are quite interesting. When we're going to be finishing with that, we're going to make an announcement, but so far it's available only on paper trades. But soon it's going to be connected to, imagine it's going to be a real brokerage account. That's going to be cool, right? Okay. Let's see. Yes, okay, guys. So I hope you like it. You have the data. So when you see summary 123 days, that means the robot is really without any back testing, keep trading, and that's the real result as if it is a real brokerage, okay? Okay, guys. See you on some other webcasts. Bye.